So this is definitely the craziest and most elaborate lie I've ever told. I was, I went on a around the world trip, and I got really, really sick. At the end of the trip, I had mono, and dysentery, and bacterial parasite, and, I spent 3 days in a hostel in Paris, unable to get out of the bed to go to the bathroom, with 2 German tourists who were sharing the dorm with me, and they were really didn't like the way the room smelled. Anyway, so I had to come home early. Came home early, called my mother from the bus station in Springfield, Massachusetts, and said, "Mom, you're not going to believe what just happened to me. I just ran into the group of photographers who work for National Geographic. They did the whole Titanic thing. They're going to do this underwater shoot of the lost ruins of the off the Isle of Lesbos. And I've been in this pool in Oslo for the last few days, training to dive with them. And, anyway, I'm sorry, Mom, I gotta go. The train's about to leave, but I'm gonna be just off the Isle of Lesbos with the National Geographic people." And then I called Darius, and I was like, "Hey man, I'm at the bus station in Springfield. Can you come pick me up?" And he came to pick me up, and he called my mother. This is a long, elaborate, and quite boring lie. He came to pick me up and called my mother and said, "Hey, can I borrow some of my younger brother Sasha's juggling stuff?" Because he was teaching a class at that point, and he wanted to show them how to juggle or something. And my mother said, "Yeah, sure, Darius, come on up." And so Darius came up, and do you remember the story? Because I don't.
I think it ends in breastfeeding.
So Darius goes in and he's talking to my mother in the living room, and talking about, she was explaining, sort of bragging to him about how I'm going off to work with the National Geographic people on the Isle of Lesbos. And he says, "All right, well, I gotta go to the bathroom." He goes upstairs, goes to the bathroom, and I'm up there waiting for him, and we changed clothes. So now I'm dressed as Darius, and I have his hat on and his jacket and the whole thing, and I go downstairs, and I go to the piano, and I start playing the piano and singing a song in Darius's voice. And it sounds something like this. Sort of an exaggerated version of his voice, but certainly unmistakable. And then my mother comes by, and at this point Darius is now dressed as me in the kitchen. My mother goes into the kitchen, she hears Darius singing at the piano, sees Darius in the kitchen, and freaks the fuck out. Her brain simply cannot compute how this is happening. And it looks like she is going to have a heart attack. And she literally goes stumbling back, goes white, and she starts stumbling back. And it's like, what is happening? And she completely lost her mind, and it was an incredibly satisfying finish. Really elaborate lie.
Misha, as a friend, I have to say that I think you shouldn't wear that necklace from Ghost Lady. She probably did some stuff to that. No, I'm kidding.
Thank you. I'll risk it.